Chiang Saen district in the northern Thai province of Chiang Rai provides a serene setting for a getaway hotel.
I moved here with my wife after living in Bangkok for a couple of years and many years in Pattaya, and we found this lake and we thought what a great place to live, and saved up our money and several years later managed to buy the land and build a place. So we decided to set this up as a full-on hotel operation. But she runs it. I'm retired.
Ian's retirement means he has plenty of time to indulge his passion, classic motorbikes.
My interest is classic bikes. I've got Triumphs and BSAs here. Those are the bikes that I know, ranging from 70 years old to about 40 years old. So I store them, look after them, maintain them, repair them, rebuild them. That's what I like to do. That's 3 Triumphs. There's a 1947 Triumph Speed Twin, which is one of the earliest models of the vertical twin engine that was introduced by Triumph and became a very popular type of design and was copied by all the other British manufacturers through the 50s, 60s, into the 70s, the vertical twin. But the oldest one there, the red one, that's the sort of original model of that era. The second one is 12 years later, so it's the same type of engine. It's a bigger capacity and it's more modern in some ways. It has a double seat rather than a single saddle. Much more usable today, that one. And the third one is another 12 years later from the same factory, from Triumph, which I've made into a sports bike. That's a cafe racer, so quite powerful.
Aside from the vintage Triumphs and BSAs, Ian also looks after a fleet of classic Enfields.
How many of these Royal Enfields have we got here then?
We've got 8 here and another 3 undergoing some maintenance work, which completes the fleet, by the North Siam Roadrunners, who do tours around in Laos, Cambodia, Thailand and Burma. That particular Enfield, the Bullet 500, came out in England in the 1950s. Immediately became very successful in off-road competitions. One of the first bikes to have swinging arm rear suspension at a time when most bikes had rigid rear suspension, so the handling was much better. Very ruggedly built, strong frame. In the 1960s, I guess it was, the British factory closed, but they sold all the manufacturing parts, everything, to India, and the Indians continued to build them. So these Enfields were made in India about 20 years ago.
These Enfields are more than just a pretty bike. They see plenty of off-road action.
We've got a tour coming up probably later this year where they'll be used to go on a 50-kilometre stretch of dirt road from Viang to Pai. And then there's another section which is about 20 kilometres in Nan province. This is dirt, rocks, stones, mountains. As long as it's not raining, they'll manage fine. They're a great bike for off-road because they're rugged, they're strong, they're simple to maintain, run on any kind of fuel in all sorts of temperatures. Not powerful, but not really necessary around here.
While Ian relaxes on his peaceful estate, his classic bikes will be roaring all over Southeast Asia.
They've been into Cambodia on long-tail boats tied together. They've been into Laos many times. Tours in Thailand, and the first tour of Burma coming up this year, later in the year probably. So that should be interesting.